Hey everyone, Austin here again with another quick play. This is my casual series of gameplay videos where I fire up a game and try to go through it and see if we can actually finish it. And, if it's a game I'm familiar with, I will try to, divulge tips and tricks and all that stuff. So if you guys are new to these games, hopefully it'll help you out. In some cases, I might go into them blind, but in the case of Trojan here, as you can see that we're playing today, I actually know this game pretty well. This is an NES game I got to play a lot as a kid. And I've revisited it quite frequently over the years because one of the great things about it is that, for one, it's not too challenging. Well, at least if you know what to do. And two, it's an extremely short game. It's like 10 or 15 minutes long, very, very short. And so it'll be pretty easy for me. It's been easy for me to just constantly, pick up the game, fire it up, roll through it once or twice and relearn it pretty quickly. And it's just nice and breezy that way, nice and short and sweet. And it's very fun. So yeah, looking forward to showing it off. Now, unlike some of these other recent quick plays where I have not practiced the games that I have done for the quick plays, Trojan, I just went ahead and just did a full playthrough of it because, again, it only takes 10 or 15 minutes. And I wanted to make sure I knew the boss patterns and stuff like that. Because there are, a couple of memorization focused aspects to this game. Like, bosses have very specific, deliberate patterns that you have to learn how to get around and exploit. And so for some of the later bosses in particular, I just wanted to make sure, I wasn't just going to die left and right. But I got through it okay. And so what we're going to do is try to roll through Trojan. And not really try, we're going to make it happen. It's going to happen. I might as well just call this like a Trojan long play. But no, let's go ahead and just hit that start button. And oh yeah, that's right. You actually have to hit the select button. There's some interesting, some games are interesting in that regard. Some of the earlier ones where you have to hit select to go to the title screen. It's kind of weird. Let's go ahead and hit start. And you notice that this is actually a two-player game. Now, it's not at the same time. It is alternating, kind of like Super Mario Brothers. But interestingly, there is actually a versus mode in this game, which is kind of cool. I think probably one of the earlier NES games to do that. But yeah, Trojan, you can jump by pressing up. I know that sounds odd, but pressing the A button actually allows you to, use your shield. And it's probably one of the earliest games I can think of where you have a shield and you can block things from more than just one direction. Like, you can go diagonally with it, you can go up, so you just hold down the A button and move the D-pad around. It's actually quite nice. So, pressing up for jumping is not ideal, but, you get used to it in this game. Now, there are various secret items you can get. You don't want to dilly-daddle in too much in these areas because, you are timed. I have 155 seconds right now. But yeah, so you want to go into those sewers like I just did, and you'll find lots of power-ups. So I got a jump power-up, which lets me jump really, really high, which is actually really, really useful to find other power-ups. The jump power-up is a temporary one. I mean, I guess technically all power-ups are temporary, because if you die, you lose them. But some power-ups, like the weapon upgrade, or the power upgrade, I should say, which doubles your attack power, and then it'll eventually triple it. I think that's actually permanent until you die. So the idea is to get it and then not die. So here's another sewer. Again, it's great coming down into these because you get to fight some mini-bosses. That'll also help you learn some of the later bosses. Like, this guy is technically the first stage 2 boss. But you can encounter him early down here in one of these early game sewers. Now, I don't have a power-up icon yet, so I'm not doing much damage to him. So you'll notice that on the top of the screen it says player and then it says enemy. And when you get to an official boss in this game, they'll have a health bar just like yours. And whenever you hit the boss, you take off exactly 1 block, always. Now, if you get the power icon, like this one right here, now I'll do 2 blocks of health on the boss. And if I can get the power up again, the icon in the top right will start flashing, and it'll allow me to do 3 hits against bosses. And so you can really annihilate bosses in this very quickly. Now, this boss can be a little tricky. You need to jump in, attack him, then step back. If he attacks high, you want to duck. If he attacks low, you want to either block or jump. A lot of times he likes to go high, so you jump in, attack, get back, duck, and block. Usually the attack goes over you, and then you can jump in, attack again. So I can use my shield on these arrow guys, just like that. Jump over that one. A lot of these levels are actually really short, and again, like I said, the game's only like 10 minutes long. Like, no joke. I'm not like exaggerating in the slightest. It's a very, very short game when you know what to do. Now, I'm not sure if there are continues in this game, because it's been a long time since I haven't actually successfully beaten the game. And you do get extra lives and stuff like that. There are one-up icons. I don't know if you get extra lives from points. I guess we'll see over the course of this playthrough. I think your only freebie one-ups come from just one-ups that are on the playfield that you can pick up. But yeah, stage 2, 2-2, I'll call it. And you got a lot of these flying guys. You're going to want to use your shield here a lot just to block their projectiles. But I've got the boots now. I can even, you know, just jump up and attack them. And it looks like I can block against these fish, which is actually quite nice. Get rid of this guy. He takes about 3 hits with my first power-up. Looks like my boots wore off. And there's a 1-up. So that's one of our extra lives. And we've got another jumpy dude here. What I like to do is just get in and just attack him as fast as I can. One of the things I love about this game, it's really good, I wish more NES games back then did this, is enemies basically don't have invincibility frames. So you can just get up and just attack as quickly as you can. You know, your attack comes out really fast in this game, so you could just be like smack, 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 and just like really wreck these guys quickly, especially if you have the power-up icon. Hopefully we can get ourselves a second one, so we'll do even more damage. Now the boss at the bottom of this shaft, he's actually a little difficult. You do have to play to his pattern specifically, otherwise you will get annihilated right away. So what I do is I jump in and then jump back. Sometimes he'll just keep moving forward. Hopefully he doesn't do that. Ooh, yeah, huge hitbox on that guy too. His club, even though I was jumping, I still got hit by it. Now, I don't think my health bar actually, like, I think my health bar carries over in this level specifically. Other levels, it replenishes completely, but this level, for some reason, you don't get a health refill. So that's kind of interesting to know. And so for this elevator shaft, what I do is I just prefer to just keep moving. I don't stop. There's no reason for me to stop and fight these guys unless they're, like, right up in front of me. Now those red enemies, by the way, they can be a little tricky. They throw out these like glowing ball projectiles, and they'll actually remove your sword and shield, which is kind of tough. So for this guy, who's almost like a clone of me, I just jump in, smack him in the head, and then jump back. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't, but you just stay patient with it, and you'll eventually hit him. So, again, a lot of bosses in this game, it's very simple patterns, but you have to know how to deal with them. Because if I just, like, you know, jumped in on that sword guy and just kept whacking him, he would have probably blocked my attacks, or he would have just started wailing on me, and then I would have died. You die just as quickly as the enemies do in this game. Again, you don't have any invincibility frames either, so, you know, it goes both ways. That's one of the things I love about this game. It's like, oh, you can die fast, but you can also really wreck, you know, the bosses. I've got a bunch of hearts, which wasn't really all that necessary because my health bar was already full. But hearts do replenish your health if you find them. I am making pretty good progress. So this level, it does require you to find keys. I think one of them is actually down here in this sewer. Yep, there it is. And let's see if we can get some more points. This game might actually be interesting to play for score. I've never really played it for score. But you know, it might be interesting trying to find all, like, the hidden point icons and stuff like that. Let's just come on up here. You have to have the key to do that, and then it's this boss again. So, same pattern as before. Oh, yep, see? And I was just able to block the lower projectile. And there's a key right up here. Let's go grab that, which opens up this door. More bombs in this area. Bombs can do some pretty good damage, so you gotta be really careful around these things. Now there's another mini-boss here. But since we have the 3 times attack multiplier, we're gonna kill him in probably 3 or 4 shots. There's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Wow, it was just 3, literally. Nice. Let's come over here, see if there's like any health or anything. I don't think there is. Nope. Now, yeah, I'm constantly attacking because, you know, you find hidden items by attacking in certain spots. And that's kind of the idea. Now, Jumpy Dude again, except now we have bombs, but we just killed him in 3 hits. Sorry, Jumpy Dude. Alright, another vertical section. So, just like before, I kind of do the same thing, where I just kind of stay in motion, I just keep moving. Because I don't want to lose my power-ups if I can avoid it. Ooh, extra life, very nice. I might actually need that, we'll see. Yeah, on my previous run leading up to this, I did actually die at the final boss, and that was the good old Capcom Yasichi. Appeared very frequently in these old classic Capcom games. So for anybody that didn't know, Trojan is actually an arcade game, and one of the cool things about the NES version is that it's actually significantly easier. The arcade game is pretty brutal. I mean, it was a really short game, so it kind of had to be really hard. NES version, actually is not that hard. The funny thing about it, though, I bet you a lot of kids back in the day still had trouble with this game, because it is, if you don't know what to do, it's still a challenging game. And for that first part right there, I basically just run straight through. That's the best course of action for the jumpy guy up top. And there we go. So this next stage is actually our final level. Like, we're only at the 12-minute mark in this video, and not even 12 minutes of gameplay, and we're already at the final parts. So like I said, this game is just ridiculously short. But if you're the kind of gamer that likes to actually collect games and you want to buy your games to play, this is it's totally worth your money. This is only like a $8 to $10 game now. You'll get multiple 10 minutes worth of gameplay out of it, and that costs less than a meal at McDonald's. So what I like to do with these guys is I try to jump in when their mace is, or their ball and chain is at the back position. So I just kind of wait, back, and then just wail on them. And jump in and then just wail on them. So for this final boss here, you want to just jump in, smack him in the face, but he kind of has to be moving as you jump in, otherwise you won't actually hit him. If he's just standing in place, he always blocks. So you've got to wait for him to start moving, and then boom, 3 hits. That was a 1 life clear on Trojan, guys. Hell yeah. And unlike a lot of NES games from this era, this actually has a little bit of an ending, which is pretty cool. So, but thanks to you, we have finally defeated Achilles. The world will be in peace again. We praise your love and courage that has carried us through our desperate struggle. Yeah, the world did look pretty screwed up, actually. Definitely more like a post-apocalyptic setting. But yeah, so it kind of shows, goes through all the enemies and gives you the names and stuff like that. It actually has some character art, which is pretty cool, so... But yeah, guys, that is Trojan for the NES. I definitely recommend this game. It's a lot of fun. I always enjoy going back to it. Unfortunately, replay value is a little limited. There aren't any other higher difficulty modes as far as I'm aware. You got your basic 10 to 15 minute playthrough, and that is pretty much it. But, for a lot of players, I think it'll take a while to learn the patterns. But I think it's worth going through and trying to do that, because it's a satisfying run where you can get it down, you can just blitz right through it, so. But I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough, this casual playthrough of Trojan. If you have any questions or comments, post them down below in the comment section. If you have any suggestions or games you'd like to see in this format, preferably shorter ones, games that are less than an hour long, feel free to post those down in the comment section below. I do read every comment. I may not play the games you suggest, but I appreciate the suggestions regardless, and we'll definitely consider them, for either a blind play or just, maybe it's something I've already played before and I'm somewhat familiar with it and I can just jump back in like I usually do with these quick play videos. So, but yeah, drop a comment down below, and feel free to give the video a thumbs up too. That also helps. YouTube sees that interaction. It's like, hey, this channel is getting people watching it. Maybe I'll recommend it to other people, so. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Thank you again for watching. Check out my Quick Plays playlist, which should be in the top right-hand card if you want to see other videos like this, and also stay tuned for, future live streams and other types of content, so. But yeah, I'm out of here, guys. I guess until the next one, take it easy.